Hello Oilers. So my kitchen tip for the day is kind of different. It's not your typical, recipe that I've been doing for y'all, but it's how to be able to have your tastes and wants for whenever you're out eating. So like I just traveled this last week and I like to be able to have specific things with me, specific seasonings and stuff like that. And especially since when you eat out with restaurants and everything, you don't always, get a guarantee of clean food, right? There are different sauces and dressings and different things like that. So I like to always make sure that I have my stuff on hand. So some of the tips that I do, or some of the tricks that I do, is I take an old stevia bottle, cleaned it out and all that stuff, and I put olive oil and balsamic vinaigrette in it, so therefore I have it all ready for me, and then I can add whatever oil drops of the different types of seasonings that I might want to be able to have in it if I want, or if I want to just keep it plain so that I can add as I go. You never know if you're going to eat at a Mexican restaurant or Italian restaurant, or whatever your flair might be. So that's one thing that I do to make sure that my kitchen is with me wherever I go. Another thing is one of the smaller, the 5 ml bottles, the older ones, I transfer some stevia into the smaller bottle, and I use one of the droppers that I get on Amazon, and it's my stevia bottle. And a lot of times the stevia, I use it usually for tea. So like my 5 ml of the cinnamon is usually what I use as my bottle, my old bottle for the stevia. But whatever one, if you feel really comfortable with cleaning them out, like if you know that you're going to use it predominantly in iced tea, then maybe you like lemon or things, so using the small bottle of lemon. But it's nice and handy, and it's smaller. It's not the great big huge bottle, because I tend to have lots of glass in my bag. So I'll show you real quick what my bag usually has. This little pouch that fits inside of my big bag, and all along the sides has the different oils and different things that I use. But then I have my kitchen pouch that specifically has my herbs and spices that I use. So like this little pouch has my citruses and my mints. These are different roller blends, and different things. So then my salad dressing usually goes over here on the other side. Let's see if I can show you. It goes right here, and right next to it is my stevia, goes beside it. And then I also, an old 15 milliliter bottle, I have pink Himalayan salt, and this is really easy to fill. Is once it's dried out, and again, you can use any of the, if there's a particular seasoning that you don't mind having an aftertaste of with your salt, that's great. So then I just use the funnel to put my salt inside of it, and it scoops right out quite nicely, and then I have my salt. So therefore I don't have to worry about any of the iodized salt, the salt that's been stripped and all sorts of things in the restaurants. I have my own salt right there, packed and ready for me. So those are the three, the mainstays that I always have in this pouch, along with my citruses and my mints and all that stuff. But then I don't eat out that often, but when I do, I like to be able to make sure I have my herbs and spices. Now we know that several of these are pretty strong, potent oils, that one drop goes a long way, and that a lot of people actually use the toothpick method. So what I do is, one, I love these little keychain pouches, because you're able to have your stuff travelable, and they're small little containers. Let's see if I can get there. So they're small, right? And they work really well for our seasonings. Plus, since they're so difficult when you're needing to have it come out, you have to tap the back side in order for a drop to even come out. It makes it really, it's great for controlling the drops. But what I do to make sure that only one drop comes out is I also, since these are my seasonings for when I am out and about, I mix it with the liquid cooking coconut oil, or you can also mix it with an olive oil. You can mix it with a good clean avocado oil, any of the different cooking oils that you would use anyways with some of your dishes with the essential oils, right? So I saved one of these to be able to go ahead and do with you so that you can see. So I didn't do my lemongrass yet. So let me get myself situated here to be able to do 10 drops is what I do. Let's see if I can get it going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so I've got my lemongrass there, and then I'm gonna finish it off. I'm gonna put probably about 10 to 20 drops of this coconut oil, the liquid coconut oil, to fill it up, or to not actually fully fill it up. I won't do that fully. So, yeah, there we go. So then, I'm gonna cap it off. And these ones are a little bit harder. Alright, so see it's on there, and then I'll put my little label on it, but you're gonna see that when you tap it, let's see, I'm gonna put it in my water that I have already here, my vinegar water. So, there, see how one drop came out. So, but then I know that, okay, it's mixed already with a little bit of coconut oil, so maybe it's not quite gonna be strong enough for me, but I know that it's not gonna also overpower my food that I'm gonna be eating. So those are my kitchen tricks that I do for on the go, for while I'm out and about. I hope this was helpful. You know, definitely nab up one of these little key rings. I like them to be able to have, I like them for themes. I'm thinking of actually labeling mine. I already know what each of them are, but you know, one for seasonings, I'm wanting to be able to do for all of my citruses, you know, just different things that I use that I know that I'm going to use either while I'm eating out and about or for my water, things like that. And then you have them already with the carrier oil if you need them for the emotional support, right? So it's a win-win situation. So anyways, hope this was a wonderful kitchen trick for the week, and I hope you guys have a beautiful and blessed day. All right, bye-bye.